Hi guys, welcome back to another video. In this video, I'm just going to show you the things I did miss in my basically video I recorded that I recorded yesterday. So this is going to be a follow-up video to yesterday. Basically, the features I forgot about was the Pill Garden biome is a lot bigger now than it was before. You see, I got unlucky, but this is still a pretty big biome. I've been checking my way to this to see. Yeah, you can see right here, lodestone. We do get lodestones generating in this ruined portal in both the Nether and the overworld. You can see that lodestones now generate in there, and you can see that here, the Pale Forest is pretty big now. It takes up a lot more space, and you see they're a lot more common. There's one right there, and there's one that is this big over here, and there's one that's a little one, but then we also have that one right there. So they are, from what I can see right now, this is my first ever time checking this out. But you can see that it is a lot bigger and a lot more common than before. Because before we would have we would only get little ones, and they wouldn't be as big. But you can see that they are more common and more bigger, and you can see right by what I'm seeing right now. I don't know if this is bigger than before, but if you want to see it, I'll put the seed on screen right now and also in the description, so make sure you check the description. And I'm also going to show you something brand new. I'm going to show you guys it in the Pale Garden. It's going to be, I'm going to put it right here, but for this we will need the creaking heart. The creaking heart, and we'll need the pale oak log, because I'm going to show you a new feature that they just introduced. I'm also going to need a anvil and a name tag. You'll see why soon. You'll see here soon why we need all of this. Mojang did some changes to the creaking itself. So if you can see, we now have a new texture. We now have a new texture for the creaking heart. Basically, you can see this is this texture right here when it's off. Here's the texture when it's kind of on. But then when I turn it to night, you can see that this will happen when I turn it to night. Right as the sun goes down, it will spawn. And you can see, I don't know why, but the particles are gone. So you can see that I don't know where our creaking went. Yeah, like this preview is kind of buggy because we can't see basically the particles coming from the creaking. So that's a bug that they need to fix. But basically, basically, we need a name tag, and we need to name this. I'm gonna name it just test. Test, because I'm going to name tag this creaking. You can see it's named test. I'm going to name all these tests, and when I turn it today, look at what happens. The creaking the ones that are named no longer despawn and no longer get killed by the creaking heart. So that means that you can now finally use the creaking in your redstone builds. Because I know Mumbo Jumbo, he found some really cool uses for the creaking. But previously it was impossible to do because the creaking would despawn and there was no way to prevent it from despawning when it turns to day. But if you name tag it, then it stays. Unless you, of course, destroy the creaking heart. If you destroy the creaking heart, then it will still die and it'll still despawn. But if you name it, then it will stay. So that's another new feature that I forgot about. Another new feature I found while playing around in this preview is that if you push F2, you can see we finally flippin' have the F2 button that Java has. I don't know when that was. I have no idea what. I have no idea when that was introduced. I have no idea when that was introduced, but it was, and is now in the game by just simply pushing F2, just like Java Edition. When you push F2, it'll take a screenshot. And if you were wondering where you can find the screenshots at, you need to pause your game, go to your user, and then go to here, the gallery, and then you can see here are all the screenshots I took in gallery. And like you can see like the screenshots here. You see screenshots. I took 4. You can go like oldest. You can delete them if you want to, or you can share them to Twitter or X or Blue Sky, which is really cool. Which I really love that feature of the screenshot button. Like people have been wanting that forever. Now we just need a button on iOS and Android, on tablets, and on touchscreen devices in general to be able to toggle your perspective. Because with Windows you can just do F5 on console. There's a button to do it on console, but there's no really good way to toggle perspectives just by how I do it on touchscreen devices in general. In general, with touchscreen devices, there's no way to toggle perspectives very easily. You have to go to settings, pause the game, settings, you would go to touch, or you would have to go to video and go to here. So you would have to push the escape, just go to escape, settings, that's 1, 2, 3, 4, then that, and then back out, and then yeah, but that's very tedious. We still don't have a way to very easily toggle your perspective on touchscreen devices. That's why I want Mojang to focus on next. I want Mojang to now focus on touchscreen devices and making it very easy for users to basically toggle their perspective. Like just add one more button that toggles your perspective that you can push. That every single time you push it, it'll toggle your perspective, just like the F5 button does on keyboard, or just like what the shortcut does on controller. Like just like that. Like just have it do the same thing, but just with a button. Every single time you push the button, it'll toggle your perspective, and like that. But that's only me. Tell me down below if you guys agree with me or not, because I'm just curious if you guys agree with me that Mojang needs to work that out next. So yeah, but the eye blossoms work the same way. Like the eye blossoms will now open and close right as basically it turns to night. So if I basically do set underscore movement, I don't know what that is. Set block tilde DIRT. Like I'm going to really quickly do that. So then I'm going to turn it close to night. So I'm going to turn it to basically sunset. And the moon should be coming from right over there. And right as we see the sun going down, you can see the sun is going down right now. It's turning to night. You can see right as the sun comes up, all these flowers should begin to open. Right as the moon comes out, these flowers should then begin to open. You can see, there we go. It opens a lot more it should open a lot more earlier than it did before. Like it should open these eye blossoms should open a lot more faster than before. So like that's how it should work now. The eye blossoms should now open up a lot earlier than before. Same thing for the Creaking. The Creaking is gonna spawn a lot more earlier, just like the eye blossoms did. Which I just think is just really cool and really fascinating. Like right now, if we had enough space for the Creaking to spawn here now, it'll now spawn here now because it's night. You can see it's nighttime. Like you see the Creaking spawned right there. This is our Creaking. I don't know why it doesn't. You can see it's working though, but I don't know why there's no particles going from the Creaking to the Creaking heart. I don't know why they removed that, but they did. But I'm really sad though that they removed the pause option because I did some research and apparently the pause screen where you can actually pause the game and it actually does pause and the game freezes because you pause the game and nothing happens. Apparently they removed that. I have no idea why they removed it. Maybe because of a bug or because of an issue with the game or something. But I hope that next week they re-add it back because everyone was celebrating, everyone was loving the feature. But I hope whatever reason they had to... Maybe there was a reason why they had to remove it, but hopefully they can get it fixed and bring it back next week because, well, I would love that. And mojang did confirm that Bedrock does not have any of the cool new flowers, but the 2 new flowers, like the litter leaves and I forgot what the other flower is called, but they did confirm that it will be coming next. They did not confirm, but they did confirm at the same time. So they didn't at the same time, but the brand new leaves and all that, the brand new flowers and the litter leaves will be coming to Bedrock Preview and Beta hopefully next week. Fingers crossed they'll be next week, but we don't really know. But yeah, like I'm hoping that next week we see more features in the Java Edition snapshot. Like maybe we can see the rest of the Birch Forest update. Maybe we see the desert update I hinted to in the last video. But like, yeah. I'm so happy that we can finally name tag the Creaking, and that's the way that we can, because it's just like the Warden. The Warden spawns in by naturally generated Skull Shrieker, and if you name tag the Warden, then it will basically stay, and you'll not dig down and despawn. They basically did the same thing with the Creaking. I think the Creaking also makes a new sound. I think that Creaking makes a new sound as well. I've never heard it make that sound before. So if you do it today, you see the Creaking will then turn dim, and it will stay here. You see, yeah. But then if we destroy, let's say the pillow log right here, and turn this Creaking heart off. Wait. What? Okay. But what happens if we destroy the Creaking heart itself? So you see this is name tagged. Yeah, you can see it still despawns. It still despawns if you destroy the Creaking heart. So yeah. But you can see once you place it down, it will not spawn a Creaking until night. And at night you can name tag it and then it'll never despawn ever again. Which I just think is really cool. Thank you, Mojang, so very much for doing this and actually listening to the community. Thank you for in general with this drop. With this drop in general, thank you so very much for listening to the community. It means so much to me that you actually listen to the community and that you're actually introducing features that people want and people love. Because I've been seeing nothing but great feedback about this update. I've heard nothing but great, awesome feedback about this drop right here. But yeah, let's see what else Mojang has in store and up their sleeve. So hopefully these are not the only features that they're going to have in this drop. Hopefully there will be more features in this drop that we can expect within the next couple of weeks or months. So yeah, but that's it. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, please leave a like. Subscribe to this channel. If we can get to 20 subscribers by this month, by February, that'd be pretty much appreciated. But that's it, and I'll see you guys in my next video. See you guys later. Peace out, guys.